on cloud today, and we will see what are the utilities of it, number one. Number two, how we can really be helpful using this one. Apart from that, there is another one also which we can go ahead and place it on the desktop. That introduction I will be giving it next week. Okay, so that would be taken care next week. Today, I would be focusing on Rstudio's cloud, number one, how to go ahead and, install it or to use it. That would be one. Then I would be introducing to all of you the environment of it, the interface, as to how we can go ahead and understand each part of it also, which will take some time for all of us to understand and to know about it. So this would be first thing that I would be focusing on Rstudios today. And later on, we will see how to program, not the programming, I would say, how to start off immediately. And, there are certain things which are there. So that introduction would be available for today. And you will see that it's a very easy one and most of you would definitely love it. I hope, Pooja ma'am, you're recording correct. I don't have to record it from my side.
Yes, I'm recording, ma'am. Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot. So that introduction would be given to us, and there are certain panels over there which we need to understand. So these panels, understanding of each one of them and how to get that hands-on experience. Each one of you would be doing it, because I hope a majority of you are logging in with the help of your laptops rather than mobile phones. Though I don't have any issue. It is because we are talking about cloud server, so it would be fine over the mobile phone. However, looking at what I'm doing and what you're doing, you need to be careful about it. After that, giving this introduction to we will simply start off with just one code today and see how comfortable we are in writing that particular code itself. Now, we all know certain things, so that should not be a big problem for me. So we will start off with that, and that would be taking care of the art. Now, my vision for this particular workshop is that whenever I'm teaching software, I go very slowly. Let me tell you, it's like a cheetah ki chaal, जिसे कहते हैं हम लोग. So very slowly, I'll be taking each one of you so that you are comfortable, and the aim and vision of this workshop that yes, we should be very comfortable with art by the end of the workshop. So I think that is what I'm thinking. Once I have completed with this, then I would like to showcase how to upload the files. Today I would be focusing on Excel. We have the other varieties of it, and then I'll show you how good it is, for us to work with art. Because there are a lot of files which are available. Now, for example, I have a CSV file. Then you can look into DJVU files also. Sometimes if we are working with SAV files, this also can be taken off. PDF files also you can work. If you are working with, let's say, some image files, you can, load even them. Then ZIF is also there. Then we have got, what do we call it as, JPG files are also available. So if not this one, then the audio files, like, if you are working, let's say with, and you are really looking forward that, yes, I need to go ahead and function or analyze some of the audio files. Let's say WMV file is there. Then you have got MP4. You have got MP3, etc., etc. Now, I don't have to give you. We will see, whether these are comfortable for us or not. However, first I'll have to complete and showcase to you. So I hope all of you. Good morning, Tejinder sir. Good morning, sir. I just was sharing the agenda for the day, what I would be doing in the sessions, so that each one of them are able to understand as to how we are going ahead. Now, the entire group, I'm seeing that 85 of us are there. I hope all of you have got good internet access. That's number one. Number two, that's what I'm looking forward. And keep those two windows. I'll be sharing each one of them, and we will go ahead, and most probably after every half an hour or so, I would definitely go ahead, and I will not just go on with my session. I'll just halt over there. And in case some of you are not feeling comfortable, or you're stuck up with something, or there is some doubt, please feel free, and we can go ahead with those discussions also. So with this, I'm proceeding further. I welcome you all to this particular session of mine again. And I hope today, rather than just going ahead and installing the Rstudio, this is something that I really wanted to share with each one of you. That when we enter into the big data analysis, or we are working with let's say big data, then we are interested to see that somehow the technologies are helping us to change the environment, and we are able to work wherever we are. Now, you see, if you are have done little bit of some research through Google, you will see that one of their product is G Suite. Which has become, and now with the pandemic, thanks to it, the G Suite, and obviously there are other official suites also, which is not, this is not the right forum for me to introduce. MS Teams is one of them. Then you have got this one, G Suite, I told you. Similarly, there are other companies which have introduced certain of their products which come in a package for us, and they are making our lives very, very comfortable. As I told you in my last session, that yes, I'm a geek in the sense that I'm so much comfortable with the technology that sometimes I wonder if it is not there, then what is going to take place for us. Now, that's number one. Number two, you need to know that art studios, I mean, I would say the environment of art, and I would say even the Python or the other softwares which are available, these are all, I would say, free and open sources. Now, along with them being free and open, also side by side, we are seeing that they are very convenient to use by all of us, and it is very easy environment. Now, I do remember 3 years ago, for the first time, I was introduced to the data sciences through art. That was the title of the workshop, and this was taking place at NSIT Delhi. It's one of the colleges, and at that time, our studios as a platform was not given. We were basically introduced to another environment, which is the first one, and that is necessary for us also. Now, that was basically, I would say, called as our commander. Now, I'm chatting also side by side, so that it becomes easier. Once I enter into the environment, it would be very difficult for me to come over here. So you will see that yes, somehow we are able to. I think that's Ananya Jain. When you're talking with your family members, just mute yourself. Otherwise, it becomes very difficult for me to focus, actually. Now, apart from that, you will see that, yes, our commander, now there, what happened was they gave us set of commands. And they said that keep these commands ready with you. And they were basically I would say coded language of our platform. Now, when I say coded language, it is some of you who are aware of the computer programming, you get the codes. Now, when I looked at the codes, I said, ya to main analysis karungi, yeah, I'll focus on my research, or I need to learn because there were so many of them and I had a tough time. I really had a tough time and I thought I will not be, because in that coded line again I have to delete certain things, keep on inserting my data and then carry forward. Then I thought that our commander in that manner will be a bit difficult for me to work on. However, I was told, keep the set of the codes with you ready and then you can proceed further. Fine. And then later on, one fine day, as I was doing a degree in big data analysis, I would say big data sciences, there, I got the exposure to different softwares which are used for the big data analysis. Like now I can talk about R, Python. Then we have got machine learning, which we call it as ML. Then I would say neural networks is also there for me. So, neural networks. Then there are others also like Orange. We deal with them on one side. Neural networks, Orange is there. Then we have come up with Lang. G is missing. I'm sorry. The whole thing is Lang. So you are able to see that these big data softwares which are being given to us, which are absolutely free. The platform is the same thing. Only thing is that there are subtle differences which are present, and as per your data, you can really work and carry forward. Now, in this particular thing, we would be focusing exclusively on Rstudios. Now, Rstudios, they come to us in two ways. One, on the desktop, and another one you can really work on what I call it as the Rstudio's cloud. That is the another one. Today I'm focusing, as I told you, and some of you who joined me a bit late, I would be focusing on what I call it as Rstudio's cloud. This is the one, and let me tell you, Rstudio's desktop one requires, both of them, though it depends upon the what kind of a, I should say, the memory is there and all. I would recommend that if you have got, basically the computer with 64-bit size, it would be very comfortable because there are certain packages which are involved into it, and later on I'll explain to you what exactly a package is and how to install them later on. First of all, let us go ahead and understand as to what exactly these software is all about and why. Now, you see, first and foremost, as I said, our commander was the first one. That was the platform given to us where you can code all by yourself. You can go ahead and design and come up with your own packages. And if some of you are aware of the software languages, you can see very nicely you can prepare a package in your name and you can install it also. You can introduce to the domain of R. Now, secondly, I have to tell you that that was basically on the I would say the computer or the laptops exclusively, and the focus was not to be launched on the mobile phones. However, as our commander turned out to be a popular platform to for the data scientists or the analysts who are welcome, the developers who are there, whom I gave you the example, they came up with another, I should say, platform which was called as Rstudios, and this was basically for the desktop. However, they saw that this particular platform that was given to us was being used for machine learning analysis, then for neural networks. Then there are other platforms also which are available for us, like for example AI. Now in artificial intelligence, I would say it has, or IoT, they have conquered the Rstudios like anything. And now when I see even school kids, and thanks to some of the companies which are focusing on the designing of the, I should say, AI products or AI applications for the cell phones, they realized that Rstudios should not only be introduced at the desktop level, they should be introduced and they should be comfortable for mobile phones, or you can say tablets or smartphones you have got, and then Android phones also. So slowly they started off carrying forward and launching it. Now that is where we came up with our Studio's cloud. Remember this thing. Now, our Studio's cloud is a platform for us to go ahead, work with VR, let's say wherever. That is the most advantage, I would say, one of the advantages of taking for the our Studio's cloud, because even if you're traveling, let's say in a car, or you're in a train, or you are in a flight, you can simply start working, and you can share your data, or with the help of the agile technologies like we have got, especially G Suite. You can see that these are immediately comfortable with Google or Microsoft, and whatever you have got, the results in front of you can be shared very easily. So this was the reason why our Studio's cloud was introduced. That's number one. Number two, you will see that sometimes, I find that students, scholars, and even the faculties raising the questions that, I'm trying to install. For example, majority of us do not even know what is the difference between 32-bit and 64-bit. I'm not into the computer class. I'm not entering into those intricacies about it. However, I see that, those packages which are available to us, we need to see to it that how many of them are being, those are workable or function or operating at 32-bit or at 64-bit. The maximum of the time, if for example, later on, right, in this particular workshop, maybe some more analysis I'll be showcasing to you. However, if you are into the textual analysis, or let's say the other kind of analysis which you would be taking care of it in future, at that time, it is always better to go ahead with 64-bit. Now, that is the reason. Now, depending upon certain things, you will see that, there are... Now, it's a small request to all the participants, if you can mute yourself and the videos also. Reason the bandwidth, that's number one. Number two, you will not be disturbing me and the other participants also. It's a huge group, so we need to respect each other. So it's a small request from my side. Now, when you are working with 64-bit, then it becomes easier, and even without knowing certain things, you are able to proceed further also side by side. Now, the other advantage which I see apart from the 64-bit is that coming up with what we call it as mirror images. Now, it's a single mirror, not double mirror. I'm sorry about it. So mirror images, what happens is that, for example, if you are working on, let's say, on a particular file or on particular project on RStudios. Now, sometimes what happens, I'm talking about the RStudios cloud right now, not the desktop. Now, in the cloud, you will see that even if you are, your computer is 32-bit size, at that time also, you need not worry. You will be immediately you will get the popped up images. The message that yes, these mirror images are available for you. You can choose one of the countries, and we will see when we are working. If some of you are on 32-bit computers, you will see that you will get this kind of a message. Sorry, this particular package is not available. Choose one of the mirror images. Now, that is the fun. Desktop, you do not get this message at all, and you are stuck up there. And then I see them asking the resource persons or the faculties or the mentors or guides are teaching the art, particularly the workshops on the art. So at that time, you are really stuck up, and you do not know how to proceed further. However, in Rstudio's cloud, you are lucky and you are able to proceed further without any kind of a difficulties. That's number one. Number two, number four, I would say that Rstudio's cloud, it is there. So the messages that you are going to, the output that you are going to get it immediately can be shared. Let's say entire group can be there together, number one. Number two, you don't have to save it somewhere else. Let's say, for example, on your computer or on your laptop. There is no need. You know, if that Rstudios is a cloud you have opened up in the name, let's say it can be opened either in your name or in the name of a, let's say the entire team who's there. Now, with the username and password, you can go ahead and you are able to, get the access for the project. So let's say me, Pooja ma'am, Anubha ma'am is there. Then I have Tejinder sir, Tanya is there. Let's say we are a group right now. Now, if I'm doing something and I have just logged out and I have come, and let's say I'm busy with some family function, then immediately Pooja ma'am can call me up and she asks me, Ramni ma'am, it will take some time for you. So why don't you give us the access? We will go ahead, we will work. So definitely I can share the username, password. They are aware of which project it is, they can continue. So that is another thing that we have got as compared to the Rstudios, which is present on the desktop. So these are some things that I'm sharing it right now. However, when we are more towards the Rstudios hands-on experience, which I'll be taking you through right now, and you will see that how comfortable they are, and you yourself would be able to understand the importance of Rstudio's cloud. So with that, let's proceed further. All of you, let me just share the screen also side by side, and we can work together. Just give me a moment, please. Now, I hope all of you are able to see this particular page of mine. All of you open up the Google page on your laptops or desktop, wherever you are logged in. Kindly open it up like this particular page, and start seeing the words are some space, studios. You can see, because I keep working on it, I immediately get the information, whether you want to download it. Now, I'm not downloading anything right now, so do not click on that. Go ahead and choose the words Rstudios Cloud. Click on this. And the moment you click, you can see the first page which comes out in 0.39 seconds is 9,042,000 results. So the first one that you have got, click on that. I hope I'm going very slowly, and if some of you are stuck up, just let me know. Pooja, you can just chat over the chat box, and Pooja ma'am may alert me. Ramni ma'am, they want you to be a bit slower. Now, here you will see two things are there. The moment you come over to this page, it's a lovely blue color, Rstudios, and you can see the cloud also. Now, I hope all of you understand the meaning of cloud. It means that it is no more personally present on your desktop, I would say. However, you are working, and this is going to be like a public domain where each one of us, for example, if I want to check it out, let's say Komal Gupta, I can see her name being flashed out on my laptop. So if I want her to get the access to my computer, she can also do that if I can share it. However, let's proceed further. So these are certain things, and I'll be giving you more information. Then, okay. Now, then you will see that apart from that, thank you, Honey ma'am. Rstudio Cloud would be present. That's number two. Number three, there are two things that you need to understand. One is start off with what we call it as get started for free. Number one, already a user, you log in. Now, why is it they're saying that get started for free? Now, you see, many times what happens is that when we are all academicians, we are in the domain of academics, so that's fine. We can use it absolutely free. However, if it is a huge company, a multinational company, and they are working as a team, let's say about 100 people or even more than that, working on different parts of the big data, and if I'm lucky enough, I get the access to one of the companies wherein I'm one of the consultant helping them with the art studios, I will definitely showcase to you as to how they log in and what kind of differences are present for both of us. Right now, I'm just focusing on the first one, that is get started for free, which means that RStudio Cloud, you can work upon it, you can share it with others, you can teach or train others, and you can learn the data sciences also. Now, you see, when I was doing a couple of courses with the platforms like data science or carpentries, that was the time when I really entered into the data science, and they gave me the training as to how to use these things properly, and in a very small things, details, minute things also you're supposed to know. So for example, in this case, when you are there, they are asking you, why is it called as do? You should know these things also side by side. Why do, share, teach, and learning in that particular way they have given to you also side by side. Now in India, I see that majority of us are very shy and we don't ask the questions. Whereas if you are at the global level and if you are learning something, they would definitely go ahead and they give you what we call it as the ideas or the suggestion. Reason the company can improve, that's number one. Number two, not only the company, I would say even you are contributing something towards the growth of that particular product. So, in that way, it becomes very good for each one of us. So they have said, do, which means practically you are supposed to know each and everything. Understand, these are what we call it as the mantras for them, and these are definitely useful, and these are maxims. Maxims means they are like a quote which has been given and they put it on the walls of their office or the desktop, whichever is available, and then they showcase it. So do, why do? Reason, they want you to go ahead and do it practically, implement them so that you are aware of it. So that's number one. Share. Once you have taken care and you get the command after 1, 2, 3 times, you are able to share it with others. Whatever knowledge you have got, number one. Number two, whatever output you have got and the results that you are showcasing it, either for describing your data or predicting your data or for prescribing. And now we go more away from these things also for decision making, especially for the CEOs, which I'm seeing now that we have come up to that level. So there are various things. Teaching. Why teaching? Because you're sharing the knowledge. Number one, you turn out to be an expert. And trust me, after the workshop, and if you take up these things very nicely and in a very serious manner, you can definitely become your own master and expert also, and you are able to teach to others. And then learn more. As I said, there are so many packages. A time was there when Neeraj sir, I attended the workshop, and I was really looking, these packages, they're so wonderful, and they are coming in names, for example, let's say there is a person called Isaac. So they go ahead and they prepare and your name is flashed out. So I was thinking, can I also make a package like that? So, there are those individuals. I'll be showcasing to you how big the community is, our community, and you will see that they are instantly helping you. You did not even wait. And then secondly, sometimes what happens is that if you are not comfortable to talk to a male, then we have got a huge community again, which is called as our ladies group at the global. And I will once let me complete with this, and maybe slowly I'll be sharing those things also side by side. So right now, we will start off with the platform, which is absolutely free. So for me, it is free. Reason, I'm one of the trainers for them and a consultant also for South Asian countries. So, this comes to be absolutely free, because if you're doing it for the first time, you will see it. Is it for business or is it for something else? So you can simply say for the personal use. So, you will get these kind of messages, get started for free, and already a user. For example, for me, if you are doing it for the first time, please click on get started for free, this one, and log in. I will go ahead and log in with this particular thing, that is already a user, and log in. So kindly go ahead and take care of this also side by side. So I go here, and then they're telling you if you already have an Rstudio Shiny apps. Now now once you log in, and I'll give you 5 to 10 minutes, just log in, or you will get these kind of an options also for the first time. So see, this is the leverage for you working on Rstudios on cloud. And first, either you log in with your credentials, that's number one. Number two, if you are not interested to log in immediately, like let's say I'm on a flight and I'm traveling right now, I don't have the time, or I don't even remember. So immediately it gives me log in with the Google or log in with GitHub. What GitHub is, I'll be showcasing certain things for all of you, hopefully maybe in the second session, or if time does not permit me, I will be taking care of it in my next session, that is next Sunday. There are a lot of things that needs to be understood and introduced to each one of you. I'll be taking care of it. So here, in case you are not comfortable with email, setting down a password, and suppose saying you have forgotten, like for example, why this thing is coming in, let me just share it with you. I go here, I'm showcasing my personal mail ID, which I have logged in. Let's say this is Google. You are able to see. Now, it's taking some time. Just give me a moment. I'll show you. Now, just if I click on my face out here on the right hand side, you can see, just give me a moment. It's taking because there's so many things. Now, if you will see very carefully, I have a lot of accounts actually. Now can you see Ramni Swarna, this one, the Ramni Swarna 389, like that? I have got 18 different Google IDs. So it becomes very difficult for sometimes for me. It happens, and I'm not able to remember. Let's say if I'm using this one, I know because most of the time I'm using it. However, if it gives me flash of various kinds of, let's say my mail IDs, then, it becomes difficult for me sometimes to remember. So at that time, rather than clicking and waiting, forgot your password, sign up again, or, then Rstudios will not be able to proceed further. So in order to avoid all this thing, you can simply click on login with Google. So I have my account, so I'm going in it and taking care. So kindly, I hope so I remember my mail ID. Otherwise, I'll have to log in. So this is also something which I have to now see. Invalid username or password. So I click on login with Google. Most of the time I do that only. I log in with the Google, and now you will see it is asking me which Ramini are you. Can you see it? I'm showcasing to you live that yes, these things do happen. So here I go for the first one. So I hope all of you are able to, now you will see, since I have opened a lot of things out here, so it might take some time. That's it. So here I come, and this is the entire environment of mine. Ma'am, can you remove? Gokul, not at the moment. I will not be able to do. Let me just complete with certain things that I'm really interested in, and then I'll be taking care of it with your help. Now, this is the entire environment, and you can see that yes, for majority of you, this would be empty, Absolutely. I am working a lot of projects for different companies, helping them, and that's why these projects have to be separately carried out. So this is the first lesson for you. When you log in, you will see Rstudio's written, Rstudio Cloud on the top of the left hand side of the panel. Below that, you have got spaces. Then it talks about your workspace. Then there are certain things, plus new space is also there. I'll explain to you each one of them because I love this particular platform of Rstudios, and that's the reason why I thought, let me introduce something which we know, and then we can carry forward. Out here, then this is your workspace. Your workspace means it gives you the details about each and every project that you are working in. Now, you see, let's say some of you are at let's say PhD level, and you are analyzing it, let's say crosstab. So whatever you are doing in crosstab can be presented out here. Then if you are working let's say with ANOVA, this would be coming as an ANOVA. You can give the title depending upon your this thing. Then let's say if you are going for regression, you can make it regression, textual analysis, or audio analysis, or sports analysis. So you will see that you can separately take care of it, and it is very clearly observable. Next week, when I'll be showcasing to you how to install Rstudios, let's say on the desktop, you will see that the environment, and you are able to do the comparisons. We will definitely do that. Now, let's say once the your workspace has been understood, then the projects, if you have already named some of your projects, for example, here I have got, I don't know how many projects are there, animation through R, cricket, file conversions. Now this was textual analysis, NS Final, PLM. PLM is one of the technique that we use in, I should say, time series or panel data analysis. There I have taken care. Social networking, sports analysis. So these are some of my projects which I have done, and you can see it gives you the date when you have created it, and the month, year, and the time also. So tomorrow when I'm sharing, let's say I'm reporting to Tejinder sir. Now, Tejinder sir, if he really wants to know that yes, whether Ramini as a project manager is serious about her projects that I'm giving to her, what will he do? He will very nicely ask me, give me your password, or let's say we are a team. And as a team, he has the access to this particular platform. He can go and see immediately, what was the last time that I worked on this particular file? And what was the output? And in case as a boss he agrees to it, he might keep it, and I'll tell you what these things, or he might even delete it. Let's say I don't want, this has become too old for me, this particular data, and I don't want. Usually it happens that data is never old for us. We are just adding more and more information. So if you want to delete, it would be for the project, not for the data. Remember this thing also side by side. And their desktop, I'm not able to showcase to you today itself. Have patience. Next week when we do that, I'll be able to showcase the advantages of Rstudio Cloud on one side and the other one. We will have a look at it. Now, what it means, I will be sharing it later on. So here the entire Rstudio Cloud platform, as we can see on the top, how many panels are there? Rstudio, there is nothing more, just the labeling of it. If you don't want, you can just click on this one and it goes away. However, it is always better to keep it. Now, because why, I'll tell you later on. The second part of it is the details which it gives to you for your own workspace. Now, sometimes, now what is the importance of it? For example, let's say I am working on data sciences. I have a huge team. I'm there. Pooja ma'am is also working. Anupa is also working. Tanya is also working. Tejinder sir is also working. Now, what will happen is that if you're working as a team, Your name would be flashed out here, okay, as a group. I'll show it to you later on. Hopefully, if I'll get the approval, I have asked them, and then they would be able to share it. Then I can show it to you. So this one is exclusively dedicated to Ramni Swarna. Suppose think if I have logged in as a team member, I would be getting the web spaces allocated to Tejinder sir, Pooja ma'am, Tanya, Anubha ma'am, and myself. So, these things, details are given to us, and we can simply click on them and we are able to proceed further. So, this is another thing that we have got out here. And on the last part, that is on the right hand side, this message we all know. If you have deleted certain things and you have not removed it permanently, never do that. You can just delete it, some of your projects, if you're not interested, and you can just keep it like that itself only. So if you want to retrieve that data, or you want to see one more thing, you can go ahead, you can click on this, and since I have not deleted my data or my projects, you will see that it is like that. So I think let me just wait for some time here and come out of my sharing mode. And I think Pooja ma'am wants to share something with each one of you. You can take care of that one, Pooja ma'am, right now. I'll give them 5 minutes time. And in that meantime, if somebody has, Gokul says what? Can you remove that notification on your screen? You mean to say the ads? I'm so sorry, Gokul. The only thing is that I'm logged in and internet is working right now. So I may not be able to remove those ads which are being flashed out. Later on in the break, I will go ahead and put a stoppage on that. Now, other message is that my screen does not show basics for panel data. That is one of my project, basics for panel data. You will not be able to see. You will. That's what I told you. That means you're not listening to me carefully. I told you workspace would be empty for you right now, because you have not added any kind of a project. Once you begin with a project, you will be able to see basics for panel data is my project. Okay, I was working on the panel data. That's why it has been given to me and I'll be taking care of it. Is that mandatory to be present? See, I told you. So that gives the answer to you, because panel data is my project. I was working on that particular project, therefore it has been given. Or is there any flaw? No, there is no flaw in your system. It is perfectly fine. Yes, it is empty. We don't use the word empty, Rashmi. We use the word blank. Workspaces are blank over there. Okay, so that is something that you have to take care. Yes, Pooja ma'am, if you want to share the first thing that you want to, please share it with them. If Pooja ma'am is there.
Yes, ma'am. Certain questions we are posting in the chat box.
So if you want that, poll, you can showcase to them right away, and they are able to take care. Otherwise, in next 5, if they don't have any more questions also. Yes. Thank you, ma'am. Latika, yes, ma'am. You will have to opt for free login. I don't think so. You should get free login in the sense that this particular platform, because you're on the cloud, they are able to understand that yes, you are coming from a different background, so that's okay. You can just opt for free login. That is what I said at the beginning only when I was explaining. I'll take you through again once we complete with this one. Now, next person is asking me Rstudio versus rCloud. I have Rstudio. Will it work? Sir, okay. Let me tell you, there is one thing called as Rstudios. That would be, okay, now please, okay, this blank word is not there. It's just Rstudios. If it is simply Rstudios, that means that you will are logging in on your desktop. You have already installed that particular thing. However, if you are on the Google, the space, the way that I have explained to you altogether, and if you are choosing our Studio's cloud, it means that you are working on the browser and not on the desktop. Now, the next question is, Abhishek is asking, is there any limitation? You see, sir, on our studio desktop, I'll be showcasing to you next week. Definitely, yes, there would be some differences are there for us. As I said, sharing is one of the limitation for us. Like, for example, if you are working on our studios, you will have to, go ahead, keep on storing or saving the output, number one, the results that you have got, and then you keep proceeding further, sharing it separately with anybody. Okay, I mean with any person that you are interested to. However, in our cloud, it is not like that. One, as I told you, if you are working as a project management team, you can showcase it as a team member. That is where our studios will be asking you, you want to work individually or are you working, in a team? If we tell them that yes, because our studios is available even for the companies, not as a free and open source. Let me tell you that they will be different altogether. So, you have to be very careful, and this is something that nobody tells you. All of us will know that yes, our studios is free and open source only. However, if the companies are taking up and they are really looking for certain things, at that time, they go ahead. Let's say for the programming, they want to code all by themselves. Let's say engineering department is there, analytics team is there, and sometimes when we go ahead with the quality department, when I say quality, I'm talking about green belt, Six Sigma, master belt, black belt. I'm talking about those projects also. At that time, they don't want to work on free and open source. They would like to work exclusively on the purchased version. Though those purchased versions, once they purchase, it is exclusively meant, let's say for 25 people, 100 people, depending upon that, the prices are different and the working environment is also different. So that includes programming, analysis part, output part, and sharing part also. Like we have got G Suite for Google. It's the same thing. Now, that's what I said. I cannot show you that thing right now. Reason, it is a company, though I have password and the username, I have to take their approval. So I have sent a mail that yes, I'm showcasing it in one of the training platform. If they can give me the access, if I get the approval, I will definitely showcase. That's the hidden part of it. However, the best part is that in that package, you get everything. For example, all the packages, you need not go ahead and keep on installing or updating. Since you have asked me that question, so I'm sharing it. Abhishek, this is for you. Now, this has come from Jaswinder Kaur. Is our cloud different from our studio software? Ma'am, just now I'm showcasing the differences, and our studio, the one that we have got, software is, see, you have got the access to it. If you are a programmer also side by side, Jaswinder ma'am, you are able to design, like for example, just Google around later on, or maybe in another break, I would be showcasing to you another part wherein you will see that within, you can, in our commander I'm talking about, you are able to, do the programming, coding part, analysis, you are able to share it, and there are certain changes, error taking, everything is there. Whereas if you are working exclusively, that goes with the software part of it. However, the platform where you are working, it's already built for you completely. There you do not have to code anything. For example, the one that I'm working on, you cannot go ahead and change the coding. So that is present, and you are, whatever is present. Let's say my computer right now on which laptop I'm working is 64-bit. However, there are certain packages which work on higher end also. For example, let's say one of my project is on film studies. Now in film studies, the entire 2.5-hour film has to be, let's say, introduced into the our platform. At that time, 64-bit is not going to be helpful for me. Reason, the software allows me to divide the entire film into what we call it as frames. Now, within the frames also you have got each, I wouldn't say screen, I would say it is like a shot. So you when if you are doing the analysis of the images for a film, at that time you will be understanding that yes, I need a higher end of it. So that goes with your answer. And this person, I do not know what is the name. It is coming from G on Mini person 5612. Please said what is new space is to be filled. Sir, I'll be showcasing it to you. Just give me some time, and once you have completed with your poll, and maybe we can go ahead with the further part of it. Now, the next person is asking me, is it different GUI for 32-bit? Yes, sir. You will be seeing that the features that we get, especially in terms of the graphs and visualizations, where you are highly, entering into the interactive frames altogether in our studios, you will see the differences would be coming in, especially with the heat maps, if I want to see. Or let's say that when I'm performing correlation, and let's say I have got variables more than 100, I'm working on a big data. So obviously when I say big data, I have got number of variables with me. It's not just a set of, let's say 10, 25, 30. It's not, you understand what I mean to say. Now, if I want to see the correlation, like you get the output in SPSS for every variable, you are able to correlate it. It is in the same manner. So, our GUI 32-bit, the map will not be a clearly presented one. It would be a meshed up. It's not just for the correlation, especially even for the networking part of it also. When you are into network analysis, and let's say I am working on one of the fiction or I would say dramas of Shakespeare, wherein let's say Tempest, I'm working on that. Now, on that particular project, if I have to see the number of characters, how closely they are available to each other, our 32-bit will not be able to help me out. And I have a problem. I work on 3 different systems, especially when I'm working with art. On 32-bit, separate one, then 64-bit, a separate one. And if I have to go, especially with sports analysis, if I have to capture the details of certain things, I cannot get it through 64-bit. So I need to go more than that. So that is one thing. I have worked with SAS. Is it helped me to learn art? My field is HR, but interested in analysis. Of course, yes, sir. You will see that, let's say you have the software SAS with you. So Stata data as well as the SAS data, which has we have got, it's very comfortable. However, with R, you would be more interested, number one. Number two, you would be getting more, I would say, advantages of working in art platform also. Zubair from Afghanistan. Thank you, Zubair, for that part. Definitely, yes, HR, because HR, the main problem with them, I remember it, one of the project which we did it for Russian. Now, I don't know who is the person who's talking. Kindly, that's what I said. If it is a personal one, just mute yourself, please. Otherwise, it disturbs me also. Now, if you are working with HR, definitely, yes, Zubair, you will see that HR never throws away their data. Because with the help of the employees, old employees, contemporary ones, or the one, because they keep on working on them. So R really helps them to do a lot of predictions for them. Working on the past data and how they can utilize it to understand or to do the prediction. Now, I do remember there is one company, Saudi Arabia Telecom Company. We did a project for them and it happened over there because the company was a very popular one. However, the sales with respect to their customers was not taking place. So they approached us, and that was one of my capstone project. where I worked with them, and later on we saw that why we cannot take the help from their past clients. So, we picked up with that data, we really worked out on that particular data, and then we showcased to them that, yes, see, this is what it happened. And trust me, after 7 months working on that old data through art, they were able to proceed further and come up with the predictions and good number. I wouldn't say it was a rocket science of sales that went up. However, within months, they were able to see. They launched their Twitter account and then Facebook, the way they were trying to utilize it, because we helped them our AI also. AI is artificial intelligence. Through that, they were able to understand. So definitely art helps you in a supply chain. I can tell you logistics, operations, HR, and definitely yes, with finance also, and commerce also definitely. However, healthcare sector, medicine, for qualitative more, they are also working, especially for the surgeons when they are taking care of it. Now, can you share the details of some research papers that use art? Yes, ma'am. Text mining, data mining, these are all, you have not just the research papers, you have complete books are there. I can show it to you as to how many books are there, because our Python, is like a competition. New things, because they keep coming up with the different, I would say, packages which are there for them, or the libraries that they develop, because the developers are so serious with that. I mean, they're addicted to it, and I see that I can show it to you. Another thing which all of you can just Google around later on, what we call it as art bloggers, and you just register yourself, which is absolutely fine. They'll be asking you to subscribe, and on a daily basis, you will start receiving the mails. Let me just show it to you in my own mailbox. Just give me a moment. And you will see the kind of messages that I get them on a daily basis from these bloggers. Just give me a moment. I'll show you. Here we go. Share the content. And where is the content? Okay. Can you see the art bloggers? I have to keep on, deleting it after every. This is their daily affair, and I'll just showcase to you the latest one. That is early morning, 4:31. They send the mail. The moment I go ahead, I click on it. The person who asked me, can you see? They are working on a daily basis. I'm showcasing to you what all things are taking place. So NBA salaries, custom tick marks with ours. So you will see that on a daily basis. This is not just the 4 things that I have shown to you. Let me take you through. So you can see that on a daily basis, either they are updating, they are coming with new things, which are like, for example, online art trainings live. Now, for example, this is one platform. Then they have conferences. Then for the publications, they are there to help you out a lot, and you can see the kind. Now, sometimes I feel so irritated receiving these messages, because every day they are updating something or the other thing, and they need to be utilized. For example, if I have to do data manipulation in R using data frames, now later on you will learn what data frames are next week, which I'll be dedicating only for these things. If I click on this, okay, I just have to go here. Here, this is the one, data manipulation in R using data frames. Now this looks very weird, because we don't know much about it. So later next week when I complete it, you will be able to understand. Data frames is very common that we use in R. So here they give you the complete article details, or you can click on these things which are available, and you don't have to even worry that, yes, I need to rework on it. They have done already the entire work. You just have to, now let's see. We will use the data that we have prepared in our previous post, how to prepare data for analysis in R in 5 steps. Now imagine that. Now if I really want to understand as to what, just click on it, and you would be diverted to that particular page where the information is written. So in that manner, R is basically meant for self-learning. Now here this person, has given to us why prepare the data. So, once you learn, and that's why I said that, let me log out. I said that I'll be showcasing to each now. Okay, now what I have done. Now, I just clicked on, I told you out here, this is the sign for delete. If I click on my name, I'll be getting Ramni Swarna, log out, account, profile, authentication, credential. So, if I'm working for a company, or if I take care that, yes, as a consultant, I have to fill up these things, all these things, and I can keep out also. So I did not do it because I'm one of the trainers for the carpentries. So there is no need for me to tell and be a drummer that, see, I'm a consultant, I'm doing this. No, I don't have to tell them. So it is there. Now I'm logging out again. Now this will take a time for me. Again, I'm showcasing it so that each one of you, tomorrow, if Tejinder sir, Pooja ma'am, Anubha ma'am are taking some kind of a test, you should be able to give them the information that, yes. So log in, sign up. If you are for the first time, you're taking care of it, please go ahead and you can click on this and you can carry forward. Now, I'm not going back. Okay, now let me go back again. If this also is not there. Now, there were certain individuals who were asking me. So I'm taking you through the step once again. Just give me a moment. Now, I click here. Come to the Google page, which is my, I should say, my parent page. Reason, default page. Reason, I keep on working a lot on Google. So this I require it. I'm simply keying the words Rstudios. Okay, so you can have a look all by yourself. General Rstudios download. I'm not downloading anything. I don't want to. Okay, the question arises, ma'am, why you don't want to download? Reason, it will occupy space. And if I'll show you, which I don't want to show right now, that how much of a space is left out. I don't want to download and increase the size to be occupied by RAM or in C disk or in my D drive. I don't want. Therefore, I'm not going to go ahead. This is one more advantage why I want to work on Rstudio's cloud. So, what is Rstudio server? For example, if you are working in a company, so, the developers from the side of the R, they would be giving the authorizer, and you can place in your own company the server and everything. For example, right now, if I work on Rstudio's cloud, it's in public domain. So everybody is able to see, which I haven't yet shown to you how it is being shown, and that also can be taken care of. So these are the different ones which somebody was asking me whether, it can be free and open source, or it is sellable also. So here is the proof, which I'm showing it to you, which nobody tells you in the workshop, that yes, Rstudios, everything in Rstudio is not for free and open source, though I would say that there are so many things that you can do with the help of the free and open sources. However, if you are working for a company, developing certain projects, and those things have to be meant, the data should not be shared with anybody else. They go ahead, they purchase it, and they are taking care of it. And this is exactly what is happening in China, Russia, I would say, Germany. These companies which are placed, in these regions, they have purchased the company version of it, and then they are taking care of it. However, we are working on Rstudio's cloud. Reason, I don't want to, occupy more space on my laptop. I don't want that to be there. I want to be free from it. And as such, I don't know how many of you believe in Kaizen laws, which are there, and those lean ideas which I learned it from GE when I was working for GE Capital International Private Services. As a manager, I learned that keep your desktop as much free as possible. So that is the reason, one more reason why I wanted it. And here, when you are on the Google page, the first one that it shows, see, plans and pricing. So Rstudio Cloud, you can use up to 15 projects. It is free for you. After that, if you don't, you can just click on this one. Okay, let me click and show it to you also. If you are single person, go for free and open space. Otherwise, now here we come. I'm sharing this information also. Cloud, which is free, cloud premium, cloud instructor. For example, me as a trainer, let's say right now I'm on this platform, WebEx. So, it has been purchased, so you are able to get it. Sometimes what happens is that I'm an instructor and I don't have to be on these other platforms, let's say Google Classroom or Teams or even WebEx or GoToMeeting. I don't want to use all those things. So as an instructor, Rstudio gives me the platform to use. So I create my own space over there and I can carry forward. And if it is a cloud organization, here we come and here I'm showcasing to you that yes, for if you make limited occasional use of Rstudio, and let me tell you, even if you are into academics and you are a dedicated writer or analysis and you are doing the analysis, let's say on a daily basis also, no worries, please go ahead and you can take care of it. However, if you are using it for training purposes for your schools, organizations or an extractor, then we can use this one. Otherwise, I have got for 15 projects, it is free. One shared space, 5 members, 10 projects maximum, 15 project hours. So can you see now they have given to you up to 1 GB RAM per project. However, the smartest way is that if you can increase the RAM, and we all know how to do it, and I don't have to tell you, you can cleverly outbeat them and you can use this particular space as much as you can. Now, I'm doing so much things and they haven't yet stopped me. Now, up to 1 CPU per project. So that is also being given. However, if you go for premium, here are the ones, unlimited projects. So tomorrow, if they ask you what are the advantages of Rstudio Cloud and why we should use them, you can tell them for free, I have got these things available for me. So I don't have to worry. I don't think so any one of us is working more than 15 project hours per month. I think we can work just for 1 or 2 projects and we are fine. So the differences they have given to you for cloud, 160 project hours, unlimited shared. I'll be sharing to you that one also. Instructor, if you are an instructor, unlimited, and then these are the ones that you can take care of it also. Now, coming for the organization, all cloud features are there. Then self-service access management. Like, for example, if I'm working on free, then, if I've worked more than 15 projects, the person will alert me, I should say the team who is focusing on my particular workspace. Then they will say that you have completed with your workspace. Like, for example, in Google, once you have completed that amount of total GB they have given to you, at that time, they will ask you, go ahead and purchase it in the same manner. It happens here also. Now, these are the ones that I was talking about. In foreign countries, you have SSOs. It's just like your ID card. Now, integration is available, and through that, they are able to flexible pricing. Our community is in that manner very good, and similar ideas have been taken away by the Python group also. This is not the forum for the Python, so I cannot discuss with you the famous 5, I say, for Python. Otherwise, those 5 individuals who are the starters for the Python language or the Python platform have also started copying these things. However, the way Python is increasing and under different platforms, you can work on Spider, Jupyter, those things. You will see that they have increased the kind of the platforms for themselves, that it is marvelous again. So that's another area altogether. So pricing is there, and then we can talk about it. So these are the differences that I wanted to share, and I hope those individuals who ask me the questions, you can simply take the lead, request a quote to them immediately and ask them to share it with you also, so that you will understand at the cloud organization how much money they are charging. I was not interested, therefore I did not ask them. So if you have understood, so these are the plans that I really wanted to showcase to you with the help of. Now you must have understood, tomorrow if they ask you that, do you think that Rstudios or R is absolutely free and open source? This is what the answer is. You have to tell them it is free. However, use that word. Don't use the word but looks very idiotic kind of a thing. Start using the word however, You say, yes, it is free and open source. However, it does not mean that it is completely coming free for us. And these are the ones, and talk about them. Cloud Premium, Cloud Instructor, Cloud Organization is also there. Next week, when I'll be talking about the RStudio's desktop installation, and there also we will find out what are the differences which are coming in. So, two platforms for you: RStudio Cloud, RStudio Desktop. RStudio Cloud comes in with the package. What I would say is that keeping in concentration, or they are attending towards their agile technology advantages, so that wherever you are there, you are able to work, you are able to report to your manager. Sharing is very easy. You can do it very nicely. For example, if you are on a laptop, you can work. Tablet, you can work. If you are planning to work on your mobile phones, if you are traveling, you can simply do. Let's say that today I want to develop a small 2-3 coding. Let's say Pooja ma'am has developed something. Now I tell them that she did it in 15 sentences, and I tell her, not in 15 lines, Pooja ma'am, this can be completed within 3 lines. So, I can immediately work with the help of my Android or smartphones or tablet, and I can share it. So that is how RStudio Cloud really helps you as compared to the RStudio Desktop. So given this thing, let's proceed further. So now I hope tomorrow, if you get a question, do you think that R is absolutely free and open? You have the answer, and you should be able to answer. I'll be picking up one of you, and you will have to answer me. Then, before you can even log in, you can go ahead and you can see all these things, 3 differences. I have told you, sign up when you are doing it absolutely for the first time. Then log in, once you have taken care of, you can do. And number 2, I have to tell you even this thing, whenever you are logging in on RStudio Cloud, at the background, immediately there are certain other platforms like GitHub is there, Reddit is there, wherein, individuals have really, for example, if I'm going to do a project, I'll show it to you later on. And if I have a account on GitHub or Reddit, I don't have to even ask you to come here. I'll simply say it is published in the public domain. Please go there, check it out. So what will happen? The entire analysis coding which is present. Now, if I find that, let's say Honey is there, and Honey tells me, Ramni ma'am, let us not do like this. We can do it like this. So, I'm giving her the open access to my coding. So, in that manner, you are sharing it. Now, that is the philosophy of our Studio Cloud. Now, in Germany, one of the universities, lovely, I would say, have started off with a course which they call it as Philosophy of Technology and Ethics part of it. Now, under that particular project, they are focusing on these things, whether RStudio, I'm telling you, this is a topic of the chapter wherein they had invited me. Can you please help us out? So I've delivered that lecture, and that's why I'm able to tell you that why do, and when you are doing it, what happens is that you have started taking care of it, you have developed, you have given, let's say in 4 or 5 lines, the complete analysis. When you share it, where are you sharing it? You're sharing it with your own team members, you are publishing it, you are sharing it, I would say, on GitHub in public domains, which I have shown. And even in the community, we have our community, our ladies group is there, then our mentors group is there, then we have got our bloggers I have shown to you. So similarly, you can see that you can share absolutely free in all these places. And if individuals feel that yes, your let's say simple thing like descriptive analysis you have done in a longer method, and they say that you save your space. As I told you at the beginning only, all of us believe in doing small things in small packages, which is very easy and very conveniently we are able to take care. They will help you because they are also experts in those communities and everything, and they will say, Ramini, rather than doing it in this manner, in let's say 20 lines, shorten it and make it to let's say in another 10 lines or maybe 5 lines also. And then you are teaching in the sense you are helping others to come up to the learning curve and then take care also. Then you are able to learn all by yourself how to take care. Now, similar kind a thing. This is not again a platform where I'm supposed to compare R and Python. You will see that Python has come up with their own prayer. Like we talk about India's pledge. We Indians are all Indians are my brothers and sisters. Remember, in the same manner, they have their own pledge, which is given to us. If I'm not wrong, in 13 or 12 steps they have given, and the entire philosophy. Now, I wrote that paper. I shared it with them, and then at that time they introduced me to their class, and then they said, "Can you please give us?" So you see, if you are able to know these things, I think some of you who are very good writers or very good analysts or even good at publishing or coming out, you can do these theoretical papers also side by side. Now, to those people, I hope I have explained to you what sign up is, and there should not be any difficulty right now with this. Log in. Once you have signed up, you can log in continuously, and we have seen in signing up itself, if it is for free, then how many things are coming in? I think, yeah, here you can click on sign up for the free after selecting it, and then they will be asking you, is it, if you're doing it for the first time, I'm repeating it myself so that each one of you is aware of it. So it will prompt you because they are connected with even Google. So whatever number of Google IDs I have got, it will definitely flash out. So if I want, I can do, and if I do, I even told you, share this information. Sometimes it happens that we are so much busy that we don't want to even key the words. I don't even want to use my voice assistant also. And I don't want, like, for example, if you're working on the, through the cell phone, you have the voice assistants which are available for you, and Google really helps it. Now it can help you out. Okay, type T, you can order, give the instructions, and it will be taken care. However, if you don't remember, because even Google voice assistants are on public domain, and you don't want them to know your password, and you don't want to share it. Reason, I don't know how many of you are watching right now, Sushant Singh Rajput. You have seen that even if you have deleted and they are thrown into the trash, technology is able to retrieve the information and it is present. So I never ever share my passwords on the public domain, so that, in order to avoid. Though Google, if suppose saying something happens and somebody wants to really find out about my details, they can do that. It's not that they cannot, they can. Now, for example, here I'm not ready to take care of it. I can click on sign up with Google or GitHub. And some of you, if you have got even the Facebook or Twitter accounts, I'm not using those things on my laptop, on this, especially this laptop. Otherwise, it asks, do you want to log in through Twitter, Facebook, YouTube? It will be flashing all those things also. So here I go and I'm choosing my basic account. That is ratiswenna@gmail.com. So you will see now each one of you, if you are doing it for the second time, you will see that it will be flashed out. Now here, again I'm repeating, top of it, Rstudio Cloud. Now all of you understand Rstudio Cloud is, number one, you're working on cloud server. Cloud server depends upon your thing, whether you are working on Google's server, or you're working on IBM server, or is it Microsoft. Now you have quite a plenty of them. Depending upon your internet person who is giving to you, it is all present over there. So if it is Google server, let me tell you, whatever you're working, it is in that particular domain, it can be checked out. Your workspace means if you are working individually, it is the space wherein you, whatever projects you are doing. For example, let's say I'm writing a paper right now. Okay, let's forget about all those things. Simple things we will do since we are into research. Now I'm writing, let's say, review of literature. And review of literature, I know I have a lot of PDF files with me, and I have downloaded quite a lot. And with the help of the, under the ROL, I want to even do the textual analysis to understand what is the word frequency. Let's say if I'm working on HR or finance or commerce domain, one topic I have picked up, let's say IFRS or something, I can definitely go ahead and segregate those things and the textual analysis part. So let's say if I'm working on HR, so I can separately make a textual analysis for HR document. If I'm working on marketing, then it would be textual analysis of the marketing document. So that would be another. So whatever project I would be creating, which means that let's say I'm working on cricket. Okay, now this was something which I really liked it a lot. Reason many of us are not aware of the sports analysis. However, in foreign countries, we did this particular project for a Canadian sports company, which was famous for ice sports. So the winter sports were very popular. That company wanted to revive certain things. So they wanted to know whether revival of their old products is going to be useful, or they have to redesign their old products and then come up. So, if we are working, so here, whatever I have been working on the cricket portfolio, it would be saved out here. So whatever work you are doing in the R platform, okay, the entire, let's say the analysis. So now you can see this is the, I'm not going to share it right now, the details about it. I'll be coming back once I complete with the fundas, and then I'll be going ahead with this one. So you will see that this is my workspace where how I'm going to import the data sets. I'll be telling you about these different 4 panels which are there. So, the entire thing is available. Similarly, let's say I don't want to work right now. Now, this was in July 28, 2019, 9:40 p.m. I started working because I wanted to understand, when I was taking care of the R history. Then I wanted the CSV. So you will understand that what all things are available. And that's why I said that in your workspaces, you are not supposed to delete anything, keep it as it is, because you never know. You're just adding the variables into them, and this would be present forever for you. That's number 1. Number 2, Gokul was asking. So I hope now what workspaces you have understood. I'll be telling you more. However, try to know whatever analysis you're doing it. Separate analysis can be done under different projects, number 1. Number 2, you can even find out the info about this particular project. So, yeah, personal workspace, because this is not a company account for me. You are in your workspace, which is your personal workspace on Rstudio Cloud. Only you can work on projects in your workspace. I'm not going to share it, though I'm sharing it with all of you right now. However, when I'm working, that is my own project and nobody can touch my analysis part in that way. But you can choose to let projects here be viewed and copied by other Rstudio Cloud users. For example, if all of you are present right now, I don't know how many of you are logged in right now. If I give you the access, which I'm not going to give it away, however, if I give it, then each one of you can work along with me. Now, that is the fun part of it. When I ask you to send me your proposals, which I'll be adding it out after you complete some part of it, and we will see how to work on your project so that complete analysis output is also there and we can publish there. Later on also by default, and that's why I said I'll be making you write these things and we will show it to the R community that yes, all these people have taken care of, and they would be helping us to come up with our own book for each one of you, depending upon the kind of papers you're going to write. Now, by default, any project you create can only be accessed. To share a project, open the project, click on the project settings. So here you have got the information as to how I can go ahead and I can share it. Now settings are this one. If I click over here, I can go ahead, which is on the upper right, and you can change it. Here we go. You will be seeing out here the account authentication and all these things, and I can share it with each one of you. then who can view this project to everyone? So, I can go ahead, I can change it so that, instead of just one person, it can be showcased to all of you. So here we go. So this is the example they have given to you. You can see this particular sign which is present. That's what he's telling to you. Against your name, click on this and access is there. So click on the access and then you can make it to everyone. So who can view this project? From you can change it to everyone. So that goes with the uppermost tab of the Rstudio Cloud. Now coming to the left hand side, exclusively, your workspace, we have understood this is the one. Now everybody is aware of it. Under this, if there are, depending upon how many projects I have got, it would be flashing. For example, it has selected basics for panel data. This is a project which I was working on the panel data, created on July 30th, 2019, 9:42. So if I click on this, you can see what is there. That was the last project on this particular platform that I have done as a individual. However, if I do it as a trainer, you would be able to see that for different training sessions, I use different platforms. So that is there for us also. One more thing that you can check it out. Then let's say you have got so many projects. Now I'm not working on this project. Now I want to work on a new project. For example, let's say that I want to work on cross tabs. Let's say cross tabs for honey. Now, if I have to say that I have got two ways in which I can do. I can click on new space. It will be asking me name. So let's say honey and Ramsey. Ramsey is my nickname. Majority of people in our community, they know me as Ramsey. So that's why I'm just writing it out, Ramsey. And then I would say, this is a common project for Honey and Ramsey. Both. Now this is just for us. If you want, write it. Don't want, don't write. However, if it is given to me, it's good that yes, I have the information. Both of us are working on, let's say, cross tabs, and this analysis will help us to help us to analyze and publish our results. Simple. And the deadline, because we are working, so we prefer to give the deadlines also. The deadline is September 30th, 2020. Full stop. Done. Create. So you will see the moment I do now, this account has reached its, now purposely I did it. Reason, I know I have already created 15 projects. Now you understand, in free thing that I have got limitation that yes, this account has reached its limit for creating spaces. Whereas if you are working on Rstudio's workshop, you can do as many projects as you can. However, I'll show you what is the differences, advantages using this versus that. You can select different account. So you have got an option. So it's not necessary that I have to be logged in with only ramniswarna@gmail.com. Now you understood why I have got those 28, because for 28, I have different, depending upon, let's say, if I'm working for various projects for Haryana Commerce Management Association, I'll be creating a mail ID exclusively for them, and whatever I do, those 200 projects that I'm talking about, all of them will be coming in those things only. So, I can, or upgrade this account. Now you understood, after 15, the company has understood that company can go ahead and she can upgrade. Same thing happens in Google. So everything does not come in free for us in that way, at least you should understand. Whereas for the desktop, definitely, yes, you can go ahead, you can, once you install that particular software, I would say that you can do as many projects as you can. There is no stoppage for that. However, those differences are there, and we have seen this one advantage. With the multiple IDs, I can do as many projects as I can. However, there I don't need, once I have registered myself, the desktop is available and I can do as many projects as I can. So that goes with the differences between Rstudio Cloud and the Rstudio's desktop. Now we have understood what the new, we have seen workspace, what is basics for panel data. Gokul, now you should be clear, it is my project, not your project. Workspace we have understood. Now against the workspace, here you are able to see what we call it as new project. So let's see what is new project. Now when I clicked new project, it is giving me your workspace, untitled project, you're deploying the project. Now space I'm not able to get. However, let's see if I get the space for the project. It will take some time. Reason, this is something that takes place. I purposely did not remove my earlier projects. Reason, I have to showcase in my training sessions as to what is happening with each level, and it's a learning lesson. And nobody tells you again in the, I would say, training sessions or the workshop. So these kind of forums really help you to understand. And this is what I would say are the common basics, foundations of learning the Rstudio. Now, did you see now? I did not get a message out here that yes, you do not have. That means there is a difference between new space and the project. Have you understood now? New space means within this particular entire Rstudio cloud environment, the amount of space that they have given me to work on a different project is limited to 15 only. However, the moment I clicked on new project, I was able to take care of it. Number one. Number two, which I was talking about certain things. Okay, I'll come later on for this one. Now you have understood. So I can go here and I can click. I can simply write down. Let's say Honey has presented her proposal. So I would simply write Honey and Ramsey's project. So when I do the work, whatever data Honey is going to enter into it, and I'm working on it in order to go ahead and get the analysis, will be shared. So that's it. I have created. And now you can see that I have it's updating. I did not update. Control S, Control A. I don't have to do out here at all. So this gets automatically, I would say at the back end, whatever you are creating out here, it gets saved also. Unlike the Rstudio's desktop, wherein there are again two steps. In the beginning itself, you can give a command and it would be saving whatever you are doing, let's say within those 24 hours or 48 hours, non-stop also. However, if you don't want to use that, you can keep on saving it, let's say after working 15 lines or 20 lines of it. Whereas the advantage of doing Rstudio Cloud is that even if I don't remember, it would be saving all by itself. That is the fun part of it, and that's why I like it. Now, there are certain things depending why I say Rstudio Cloud is more. And here you can see when you are working for the first time, and that's why I created this particular project to make. Okay, you can go ahead and you can even, if you want to, let's say, coming from the communication background, I'm a bit concerned about my language also. I didn't like P in small. So I'll go ahead, I can change it, and that's it. It has already updating the, did you see that? It said updating the project. That means now it is not only updated, it is saved also side by side. If I want, I can do by that way also side by side. Now, this particular part, I will be, okay, let me complete with this. Our version 4.0.2. Now, I haven't taken you to the CRAN to understand how many versions of our is present. Now here it is not Rstudio, it is coming for the software, not even the software, for the programming part. Remember that, and that is why it is saying that this is the one. and it was released on 22nd June 2020. Now, how to understand these things also you should know, because you are going to, when you write a paper or when you are giving the information in your theses or dissertations, writing these things makes it absolutely clear that yes, you are a wonderful writer and honest writer, because if you are honest in your writing, that is the sign of being a good writer. So here they're given you, taken off again, copyright for the company, not for us. Then the Our Foundation. Our foundation is again like a trust which they have opened, and these two gentlemen who were there, Zako and the other one, they are the members, and now they have added out Reason in America, and I'm trying it out to bring it to India also right now, and I'm in discussion with them. They have joined their hands with some of the institutes, I would say universities and our foundation, so that rather than using the other softwares which are very expensive, they are focusing on popularizing the software, number one. Number two, so that the students and the teachers are doing maximum of their, I would say, research using this one. And I wouldn't say just the management school, they have diversified in different domains of knowledge, and then they are taking care of it in that manner. I, as one of the leading person, I would say, from India, and I'm happy with it, I've joined my hands with our foundation, and in India, for under the banner of Our Ladies Group of India, I have gone ahead inviting them to India also. And I don't know, next year lockdown, I thought in December this year I could have taken care of it. However, due to the lockdown, and India is very particular that they don't want to invite many people from USA due to the pandemic. Maybe next year, with the help of HCMA, we might be able to invite those individuals also. And you will see it will be a huge success for us. And they are giving, sponsoring the seminars, conferences, workshops. You can introduce new journals, and you can introduce the school children, or introduce the software or the programming language at the school level. Now, when they are learning the computers and the coding languages also. So here they are giving you those kind of, so our foundation, our community, the groups that we have got, the bloggers, all these things comes as a package, and that is my agenda for next week, not this week at all. Now, R is a free software. Remember that R, when you are developing the programming language, the coding, when you do, it would be called as R programming. R Commander is a platform. Simply R, if we do it, it would be called as a R software. Okay, Rstudios is another platform where we are introducing the R software. However, all the parts of the R software are not available in Rstudios itself. There are different versions, and we have seen Rstudio Cloud is one. Under the Rstudio Cloud, we have seen those 4 varieties. What are they? Free account, premium account, then we have seen trainer's account, and then the organization. So this is how you are supposed to remember as to how the things are taking place. When I come for the other one, that is our desktop, there are certain subtleties over there in the same manner, and then you would be able to know them also side by side. So here, warranty, you're welcome to redistribute it. Like for example, if I'm using R Commander or ask you to download Rstudios or the this one, I'm trying to propaganda. I'm sponsoring it. I'm asking all of you to use it and to go further part also. Now, R is a collaborative project with many contributors. So it's not just 1 or 2. Our bloggers itself, you can see in our community, if you look up, I don't know how many members are there. There are such a huge number of them. Type contributors, later on we will see, and the citation as to how to cite art. For example, if you, now there are papers written exclusively using art, and again, our platform gives you the leverage to know the number of papers. That's why when that lady asked me, one of the ladies, participant, that yes, can you please share certain papers? I think Tanya or Puja ma'am or Anuka ma'am, can you please share, keep copying the content of the chat box also, so that that can be shared with me, and the questions that the participants are asking, those can also be, remembered, and then we can send them the material that they are looking for. So citation is also there, and thanks to some of the researchers from the abroad. In India, I do see, but not as a complete dedicated part of it. So we will understand how to use them and how to cite it. Let me proceed step by step, not khichdi making out in one go only. So we will be able to take care. Type demo for demos, help on the online help, or help start. So for example, if I'm as a trainer, if I'm going to demo something, then I can showcase it as a demo and I can carry forward. Help, for example, if you want some kind of a help and you're stuck up somewhere, you can go ahead and in the community, you can simply start off saying help, bracket open, bracket close, and then you can give them. Then help start. If you're doing it for the first time, these are all the code words that we understand, and then we start off. And if you are towards the end of it and you are not entering anything else, you can simply write Q. That means that you have ended with this particular discussion. So these are the code words, remember them, and sometimes because I'm used to it, so I'll be using, so you're not supposed to question me, ma'am, what do you mean by that? Again, we are giving you the leverage of 1 week, and that's the reason why, otherwise usually I don't. However, thanks to Tejinder sir, he said that make it absolutely clear to them each and everything. So we are giving you 1 week from today, starting off, and till the next week. You please keep on practicing it on this one, so that you are aware of certain things about these things also side by side. So that goes the difference between how to create a new project. We have seen what is the difference between new space and new project, how to create the project, what do we mean by workspace, and how the different panels are there for me. Now, learning part of it. Now, this particular part that is from spaces, your workspace, the project details that you get. I have so many, that's why it is not. Otherwise, if it is just one or two, it can show it out here only. New space. This is your doable panel. Remember when we were logging in, there were 4 panels were there. Number 1, it was the do. So this part portion of the entire this thing is coming to the doable space for you. Remember this. Now, when you are in the learning part, now, for example, this is the next part of it. Now, I don't know who's talking. Kindly mute yourself. It would be highly appreciated. Now, under the learning, one and foremost is the guide, in the sense that you have lost somewhere and you do not know. You just cannot tend to waste your time. Because you see, you are a data scientist, you're an analyst, you're a researcher. There are so many things that you want to do. You cannot get stuck up, otherwise you will get disturbed. For example, I don't know about each one of you. For me, if I'm in a need of a book, I should get it within 5 minutes. If it is delayed for more than 5 minutes, why? How can I get it? Online. Now, I have so many ways in which I can search for a book, and within 5 minutes, that's the tag that I give to myself, and then I proceed further. If I'm not able to do it, it becomes, you tend to get that kind of a stress. Oh God, now what am I supposed to do? So, that anxiety or the stress level is there for the researchers also in that manner. So, if you are working on something and you are stuck up, just click on guide, which I have done. Now, the guide is the place which gives you everything. Rstudio guide, get started with Rstudio. So you can click, it is giving to you all the information. Then go further into it step by step. Now, it gives you the entire, for example, projects, how you're supposed to, go ahead, create a project. Now, I am recording and even creating, and thanks to the organizers of this workshop, they are also recording the entire thing. It would be uploaded, so you are able to understand step by step how to proceed further. Now, this is something, Rstudio Cloud, I don't see anybody giving the training anywhere in the country. I haven't seen anybody. Everybody is interested how to install Rstudio. Now I keep looking. Either we know it and then you go ahead. If you do not know, just leave it to the trainer. Maybe the trainer will be telling you, yes, I will be doing it on this. And, thanks. I have got that much of time that I can share with you all how to use Rstudio Cloud, number one, and how to go ahead with the Rstudio desktop also. There also you will see. So that is the reason today I have dedicated myself, and we would go very quickly. Projects I have completed, your workspace, shared spaces. What does that mean? For example, if Honey and me, we are working, then, I haven't shown to you, for example, for that particular project, only Honey and me would be able to work in that particular workspace. I will not give the leverage for anybody else to work. Now, that is the another fun part of working on Rstudio Cloud, which you cannot see it in Rstudio desktop. So that is fun. Then courses and workshop, click on this. Here we go. It gives you a lot of information as to we can create courses and workshops in mind. Here are a few tips, and then they give you all the information. How many members can see it? Now, for example, let's say after this particular session, I will ask Pooja ma'am to create Rstudio Cloud exclusively for HCMA under the banner of free spaces, so that when we are working exclusively with each one of you. Let's say right now 100, last one that I saw, it was 131 members who logged in. Now for 131 members, we can have so many projects. I'm not talking about the spaces out there. I'm talking about the project. So each one of you can work on your project when we are talking about, and that is the reason why I promised Tejinder sir, after the workshop is over, with the kind of the analysis, either they do it individually or as the part of this particular group, we can definitely go ahead and we can share it across to each other, whatever analysis output, and publish them in the form of a book or a journal. Later on, that can be understood. Similarly, assignments. Not today, I will not be able to give you any assignment working on this particular platform. However, my assignment today would be whatever I have trained you or shared my knowledge about these things. Please go back home again and sit how to open, how to do it. Each and every part of this particular environment, you should be able to understand and carry forward. Similarly, how to open this one, click on the project settings, make it a private setting or a public setting, then access panel, verify the project is able to viewed by you. And if you want to invite me with my mail ID, you can ask me, ma'am, can you access this one? So, tomorrow when I ask you, send me your analysis, you don't have to send me your Excel sheet or anything. Via the Rstudio Cloud, for example, let's say Honey and me, if we are working, she can simply do it, and she can share it along with her analysis on Rstudio Cloud, and she can tell me, ma'am, can you check it out and tell me I'm unable to interpret it. Now that is where majority of the scholars get stuck up. So the interpretation can be helped out, or if they want to check out whether the way they have performed the analysis is right or not, or something is wrong, we can go ahead and we can do the access out here only on the cloud. Let's say, for example, you are staying in Haryana, Kurukshetra, and I am located at Delhi. So, I don't have to travel to Kurukshetra. This platform is available. Whereas for Rstudio's desktop, it's not. Now, I hope, I'm not allowed to use your team ID and, log in through that and then keep looking at what work you are doing it. No need. Just with this, now you have understood why I wanted to introduce this particular platform with each one of you so that you can carry forward. Similarly, this tells you about the future courses and workshop. Then if you want to learn, here we go. In addition to this guide, Rstudio Cloud offers a number of helpful learning materials. Now here you get cheat sheets are there. Then Rstudio community is here you have got. You can just click and you will be able to. I'll be taking you through those points also. Let me complete with this then. Then navigation. You can understand how to navigate in your workshop, in your workspace and go one after the other. Then individual accounts, organization accounts, I have already shared it. Limitations we have seen. The cloud-free account allows you to create up to 15 projects. That means when I clicked on new project, I had some more space over there and I have not completed. Whereas the new workspace did not allow me. It said that either you purchase or you delete certain of your projects from here and then you can work out there. The free accounts are also allocated one personal workspace called as your workspace. Now, for example, if this particular thing has been taken by HCMA and we are 5 members, okay, who has to check with various things. Let's say we have multiple. Now, depending upon who has got how much of workspace, that has to be taken care of. If we are occupying too much of workspace, then we will be getting the alert messages from the company saying that either you delete your projects or you increase by purchasing the workspace. That is what the limitations are. And next is the one for RAM and CPU also. Now, if you understand little bit of the computers, and yesterday night, yesterday after a long time, I got some free time for myself mentally, and I was glued to understand and update my information on Rajput. That is Sushant Rajput Singh. And late night, Times Now had invited Prakash Jha, who is one of the film directors. And, he bombarded and he, I'm really thankful, and that's why I'm sharing it with all of you. All of you out here. Reason being, he commented that I went to one of the popular management institute. I don't know, he did not specify which state or which city he was talking about. And he said that when I went, I saw 10,000 students in that auditorium. And I was shocked that yes, all of them were management students, which means that 10,000 students are looking forward to become the managers. And I started thinking, does my country really require 10,000 managers? I mean, he was absolutely right. And next question he asked is, why is it that some of them are not trained to enter into academics? And then he specified, go ahead, and on YouTube, Times Now, yesterday, discussion with Prakash Jha. And I'm telling you, listen to it. And he made it very clear. And he's a true. We think that film directors are not researchers. However, I find that they are thorough researchers because he made it very, very clear. It should not just be management. You are supposed to know one language proficiently, let's say your mother language. Secondly, come up with another language, a foreign language. And then he said, foreign language, when I say, he said that Indian languages are so beautiful that, apart from just learning Hindi and English or Punjabi, he cited for the North India, he said that it's good if you have an added advantage of learning a South Indian language or a Sanskrit language. It would be helping you further. And then, finally he came down. I'm not going to discuss everything. Finally, he said that I really wish majority of them enter into the academics teaching line. And he said that I don't understand why teachers of India are being paid so less. And he quoted, and he's absolutely right. If you go to Finland, if you go to Germany, teachers are the ones who are highest paid professionals they are. In India, it is not low. So he was, somehow sharing these information, and he said that multidisciplinary approach is also something. Now, why I touched upon that particular thing is that when you are into analysis and you are using different software. In fact, my next workshop, which I'm doing it with Banaras Hindu University, is research and different softwares. It's again a 5-day workshop continuously, which I'm taking up, I think from September 2nd or 7th onwards. I don't remember the date. And for 2 hours daily. And I'm introducing different softwares as to what are the positivities of it, why, and in what manner. Now, for example, many people think that Rstudio's only quantitative. No, it is also meant for qualitative analysis. That's the advantage of it. Though in this workshop, I'm focusing exclusively on one technique under the quantitative analysis, because it has a lot of scope into it. When I say descriptive, they think that, okay, only percentage, frequency, sum, range, and the set. No, we will see as to how many things are there in descriptive, and why when we do the analysis with the help of descriptive technique, you will find it out as to how good it can be. And it's not necessary that only few things are there, and that's how I'm going to be useful and going to help you. So getting little bit of knowledge about computers is not a wrong thing. I would say, just even if you do not know what is the full form of RAM, or what is the full form of CPU, and why 1 GB of RAM and 1 CPU, just Google around and see. It's the most easiest one. Google is something that really helps you to improve your knowledge for anything, and try to understand why is he talking. Now, for example, when I go and give my computer laptop, after every 6 months, when I land up, I tell them, can you please increase the RAM for me? Reason, there's so many things coming in R, Python, Orange, then Lang, and the way I'm dedicated to the upcoming, because it's like an addiction. I don't know why people get addicted to wrong things. For me, it's a weakness, and I have seen that, especially when it comes to the softwares, every day there are a lot of it, and you really have to understand that it's like a competition. So you need to go ahead and take care of it. So I think today I'm going to end here only about my discussion, and I'll take up some questions right now, and hopefully the next session after the lunch is going to be again a very interesting one, because nobody discusses in our country. I'm seeing that, yes, some individuals coming from Hamirpur, NIT Hamirpur, or here and there are talking about systematic literature review. However, we need to first of all understand what are reviews first of all, and how they are different from the other part of the academic writings, I would say. And number two, why am I talking about the reviews here in this particular workshop? Why different kind of reviews? We will see that after the lunch break. However, right now, I'm just going to stop sharing this one. Coming back, I think I am audible. Okay, and some of you who are not audible, I would suggest that due to the bandwidth, just log off without disturbing or without writing all these comments over here. Log off and log in immediately. Now, you see, this will be happening because we are around 105 people right now. Earlier, they were around 131. So, you should be able to understand these technical features also side by side. So, any questions till now? And I think I was able to go very slowly, make you understand the importance of our cloud, Rstudio's cloud, and why I was keen for it in times of the pandemic rather than Rstudio desktop, which we will be doing it definitely. I'm not saying that I'm not going to focus on that. That is also very important because of our machine learning, neural networks, and AI. And even if you are going for NLP, natural language processing, or even if you are going for IoT, those analyses are also available. And Rstudio, in this manner, in this particular environment, you will see that is an awesome platform for you to proceed further with those things also side by side. Yes, now either for another poll for all of us, Pooja ma'am, and in the meantime, some of you, before we can break for the lunch from 1 to 2, we still have the time. So I think I can take up few questions. So anybody who would like to question me, you're open for that. Thank you. If no questions, then I will be picking up randomly from 106 participants who are there, and you will have to answer me whatever I have taught till now. I mean, trained or shared my knowledge out here. Pooja ma'am, can we have the poll very quickly? Another 2 polls maybe we can take up for them. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot. And some of you can complete it. And in case I don't get, now people are starting to log off because they are scared now that she will ask questions. Don't worry. This is especially, yes, Rajiv sir, You are absolutely right. And our cloud, okay, from data security, you see, if you will read terms and conditions of all the platforms, again, that's I would say a wonderful topic for because I'm myself interested and nobody talks about it. When we are working with the platforms like Google, then I would say Microsoft. In that manner, I would say even working on Word is not safe. Let me tell you, that is the most common platform we have got. And majority of us, I find it that they are using the pirated ones, and you are able to identify it immediately without telling or sharing with anybody. I can come to know, if you open your Microsoft sheet, I'll tell you whether it's a pirated one or not. You are able to understand. So in that way, I would say, if you are working on cloud servers, even without the cloud server, just because you have logged in and you are sharing your mail ID. Now, this is true for across all the domains. I'm telling you, data security has to be very careful. However, after Facebook has, gone through, and even the Twitter had gone through those hitches of data breaching, they have taken it up very seriously that they will not share the data to anybody else. It has to be between the individual and the company, and company will not share it with anybody else. That is there for them, sir. And if you can read those lines in their terms and conditions, which they have taken it up. Now, 1 second, ma'am, let me go step by step, one after the one question. So I hope Rajiv Sembal sir, that's the answer for you. And let me tell you, nowadays with the artificial intelligence, okay, even if you have submitted your mail ID ramniswarna@gmail.com, let me tell you, आपका पूरा entire history of yours without your knowledge, I think they would know more than what I know about myself. And this is exactly what is happening in Sushant Singh Rajput's case also. And that's why Ishkaran told you very clearly, see to it that your technological gadgets are not being touched by anybody else. And that's why, when you purchase an Android phone, they ask you to go ahead and give a password immediately. Like, I use Oppo phone for the reason that the photographs are very nicely captured and recordings are really good. However, I haven't set my password. And the company continuously sends me the messages either through Oppo or via Google, because I'm one of the ambassadors. So Google is always alerting me, continuously, please save your data, set the password. So the moment you set a password for it, that is how the data security is coming in. Now, in Rstudio Cloud also, you do not give the access. That's why I have taken up that pain to make you understand the access. If you keep it as private, nobody can touch your data. If you are making it access, giving it access, and that's why you see when I said the project which is there between Hani Gupta and Ramniswarna Ramsey, it would just be between both of us. I will not give the access to anybody else. So that is already taken care by the side of the company. That's number one. And Pankaj Kumar is saying, thanks, ma'am, for such a wonderful thank you. Please give case studies for designing prediction model. Oh, ma'am, there are, I don't know who is this student, second year CSE. It is always better rather than logging in with second year CSE. Be happy that, yes, you are one of the participants. Change and put it, place your name. It's always good, either your first name or last name. Definitely, yes, there are a lot of case studies for designing. In fact, you don't even have to ask me. If not today, because next session is equally important for me, so I don't want to waste my time for discussing something else. Next week when I'll be there, I'll keep this in mind, and before I can go ahead with the installation of R on the desktop, I'll be sharing how to find out the literature for our community and other things which are there for R. We will do it. Ever Google Chrome is not? Yes, ma'am. Yes, Pankaj sir. Google Chrome. I would say just Google or Google Chrome or Internet Explorer, this one, Microsoft, none of them, because they're all the servers, and servers means they are there. Even IBM, Watson cannot guarantee you that, yes, you can go ahead. And that's why, sometimes when we are doing the projects on Amazon, especially thanks to Tejinder sir, he didn't ask me to touch upon Amazon in this point. Otherwise, when Amazon is also there, Amazon server, it is also there. And everything, whatever you are doing, purchasing on Amazon, I'm telling you, if you know how to take out the data from there, you are able to access. Let's say I can access what all things have been taken care by Pankaj Kumar Chaudhary on Amazon itself. So those things are available. Will it be possible to create simulations? Of course, yes. Why not? Abhishek, you can. And simulation is a wonderful domain altogether, simulations and algorithm. In fact, AI, IoT, neural networks coming under the sensory marketing. I come from the marketing background, so I can talk a lot about it. There are so many simulations that they are taking care of it. Harvard, MIT, and California Institute of Technology, they are only, and even Germany that I was talking about. Germany, Netherlands is another hub, and one more hub in Australia. They are also working exclusively on the simulations, because right now they are talking about robotics, and robotics are going to, trust me, in another 2 years of time, you will not see human beings, you'll be seeing more of robotics. So simulations are the ones which are helping them, and are not only just use the word correctly. Rstudio's cloud is the one. Again, I said those things can be used for the further research also. How can we download art? Priya ma'am, downloading this particular thing I have showcased to you on the server itself, on the browser. The next weekend, I'll be showcasing to you how to install, how to download art, and how to work upon that. At that time, I would be comparing and taking care simultaneously how to work on both the sides. So that answers Priya ma'am's question. Then I have got Ashok Kumarji. Thank you. You are an expert, and we are not just listening to it for the first time, ma'am, but hats off to your skills. Now, Mariam, see, I would say that I have gained the knowledge. Now, even you have gained the knowledge. So I'm sure if you have listened clearly, and if you have missed out, already the recording is available. See it again, do it once, twice, thrice, depending upon your caliber of understanding and capturing the subject. Trust me, it's very easy. After 3 times, even you will become an expert in that manner. And my thanks a lot. How much R is useful? Oh, Ashok Kumarji, a lot. Communication research. In fact, there is a wonderful session taking place in the month of September. I will share it in the group, hopefully, if it is available to me. Otherwise, if I don't get it in the Telegram group, I will ask Pooja ma'am to share it. There's a wonderful session taking place exclusively only on the analysis, research in communication, taken by Umar Shankar Pandeyji from Kolkata University. And not just R, he is doing it using. So R is a wonderful platform for communication research, because the maximum of the visualizations or the pictorial graphs that you are getting it, which is very much taking place in communication, number one. Number two, the entire analysis of the polygraphic test. For example, if you want to know whether whatever I'm speaking is true or false, you can capture that information and you are able. So, in communication research, a lot of things are available. In fact, I always suggest from the journalism and mass communication, they should start using R for various reasons. And in the last session, I think on the last day, we have one topic as to how to understand how R is useful for different domains. For law, yes, definitely yes. Then for management, I cannot just keep myself mum, because there's a huge amount of it on digital data, on big data analysis, small data, research data, you name it, and you're able to do. Similarly, for healthcare, nursing industry, for surgeon, for robotics, AI, neural networks, it's a huge area, sir. There is no end for it. And we are very much into it, and we are taking care. Yes, sir.
Madam, sorry to interrupt you. It's absolutely so energetic on your part. Such a wonderful, enlightening session. Just look at the compliments that you are getting in our chat box. Indeed, you are doing a lot of service. Plus, since I couldn't join you all in the beginning, your conceptualization of having an ecosystem wherein we groom this particular group for publication, and then finally we will tie up with the journals for publication as well. That is also a wonderful idea. So I think so. This conference will go a long way. This event will go a long way in igniting the minds and developing more understanding about art. So this is also, I think so, we have to keep in view the time schedule. And your energy is really so much, but maybe some of us are hungry. So maybe we can break for lunch, and then after that we meet again at 2 p.m.
Sir, immediately after the lunch, I would be focusing on reviews part because that is also equally important. And towards the end of my session on reviews, I will touch upon why reviews again in our workshop like this one. So I can combine both of them. And thanks to you, as you are saying that yes, we can look upon the publication. I'll be sharing more information. So I think with that we can go.
मैम जितना हो सके hands on जितना होगा ना, that will be valuable,
Yes, sir.
Yes, right.
So I think today the kind of the basics that I have showcased, for using the Rstudio cloud, I'm sure majority of them must have enjoyed it. Reason rather than the desktop, why this particular thing. So we will proceed further more, and then we can take care of it also. Okay. So sharp at 2 o'clock again, we will be joining up, sir. In that case. Okay.
Right.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, sir.
See you all again at 2 sharp. Thank you.